Item number 4. And what's inside this bag will be item number 5. This is just a portion of my Duran Duran stuff. I had posters all over Duran Duran, my walls and my ceiling. All of it. I have their VHS cassette that my brother just sent me a DVD for. And my Duran Duran concert on my blank tape. This, I think this was 1984. I wasn't allowed to go to their concert. And the concert was broadcast like months later on HBO. But the only time you could see it was either like 8 p.m. There was different times. And of course, those are the times that my parents were watching TV. So they were not watching that. So I had to wait, and I don't know if I mentioned this in my last vlog, but I had to wait until 2 o'clock in the morning to record it so that, and make sure it recorded, because sometimes, you know, the VHS or the VCRs back then got a little wonky. But this is what I recorded on. Their book of words, like all their songs and what inspired them. This is another lyric book. I don't know when it was, from the 80s. This a friend gave to me, and this was from England. She's still over there, but when she lived in New York, she gave me this. So, and then their albums. We've got the US version released, their first album, their British version, the extended version of the first album, Rio, and oddly enough, today, June 24th, I just saw on Facebook that this album was released on this day 39 years ago. So it was 1984 it was released. Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, this came out in 1983, so, or it was recorded in 1983. So it's probably released in the US in 1984. The Wild Boys extended mix, and then Duran Duran Arena, and their collaborations when they kind of split up. Power Station, which was dope, and Simon and Nick's collaboration, Arcadia, I think they were called, something like that. So I have more Duran Duran stuff, more books, but most of their music I have is on CDs. So I still love them. This is item number 5 that I keep in my Duran Duran bag. Archie comics. Some I had, and some a friend of mine that I grew up with, who I'm actually seeing in a few weeks, sent me some as well. Like Josie and the Pussycats. So cool stuff. And then I had this comic for a really, really long time. I don't know where I got it from, but I know I've had it before I moved to New Jersey, maybe. So this was released in October of 1955. Look at the back. Isn't that crazy? So that's number 5. And number 6, I'll show you 2 things. This was a workout I did every day after school and every day after Dance Party USA. If you know, you know. And this was the Club Med workout. And I loved it. It was aerobics, obviously. And it says it was released in 1991, but maybe I did do it in 1991. I don't know. I worked out here and there for so many years, it's not even funny. And then another VHS of my favorite movie till this day, The Towering Inferno. So that's my workout stuff. But I was going to say something about, I don't remember. Minolta. This is a manual camera. So, like, so manual. But the case obviously was an addition. But here's the lens. This was manual, like darkroom manual, which I'm sure professionals still use to this day, but we use our camcorders and video, whatever, our phones. Anyway, so this is when you put the film in, you gotta like wind it up. You gotta wind it up when it's at the end. And these are your shutter speeds. So basically it opens up the image, like kind of like freezes it in time. Or like, think of it like, you know, when you take a picture on your phone and you can kind of see like a little bit of a video, it's kind of like that. But it doesn't turn into a video, it's just like kind of midstream of you posing. So that's why my pictures came out like crap. And also, what came with it was, ooh, I ripped it. This big old honkin' flash. Or you could get the flashes that were, you know, you just click on it and you can use up the flashes like I used to do with my brother's camera when I got mad at him. And then it would connect back here. I think it was back here or underneath. I can't remember. Oh, it's under here or something like that. But here's the flash. And then here's some cables. And last but not least, this is the telephoto lens. I think that's what they call. And it's fancy, huh? But I used it for photography class and just taking pictures, like black and whites. So I did use it for color, but it just, I don't know, it did better in black and white. It really captured a lot of the a lot of the shadows and was more crisp, I guess. My prom dress. Had the little slit and spaghetti straps if I wanted. And it came down here. Look at all this detail. We loved the lace back then. And sometime last year I could almost zip it up, but maybe not so much this year. I think I'm like 10 pounds. I'd have to be 10 pounds less in order for it to get to that point I was at last year. But anyway, this, back then, this was a size 7 or 5. I can't remember. So in today's standard, this dress would probably be a size 0 based on the size I am now trying it on, or even a 00. So, because the sizes over the years have changed where, you know, now your size 4 is probably really like a size 8. You know, I don't know. But that's my dress. And I'll show you a picture of me in it shortly. So, I decided to try it on just for laughs, and surprisingly enough, I can get it zipped a quarter of the way up. So, not too shabby. And just so you can see, this is what it looks like. So, we are going to prom in the 80s. And I'm going to show you a picture with me in the dress back then. It's funny. I think that's all I have for today. So if you want to see more content like this, like, subscribe to my channel. We can hang out. Next vlog, I am going to do cartoons. It was a request. And I'm going to talk about the Saturday morning cartoon ritual that we had growing up. So I will leave you today, and I hope you all have a great weekend, and we will talk next time. Bye.